I'm back to revisit this Prudent Pappy I made in the last bottle haul, as well as share a new bottle haul with you. Let's dive right in.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So you guys remember the Prudent Pappy video I made recently and another bottle haul. I'll link that video in the description if you haven't seen it before. But I whipped up this old Prudent Pappy here, threw a barrel spiral in there. It's pretty dark in color. It gave it some really good character. But we need to find out if it's good. So we're going to compare it to Old Rip 10, which is as close as I can get to Pappy Van Winkle. And I would say a lot better than Lot B, which is a 12-year Van Winkle, and pretty close to 15 years. Same proof, just a little bit younger. Let's find out. Okay. Well, this smells amazing, whatever this one is. So this is cherry, really bright with honey. Oh, I love the nose on this. A lot of stone fruit. So it's not just cherry, it's like maybe like apricot. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, cherry, oak. That's gonna be this. That's gonna be the Rip 10. I'm pretty sure. It's fantastic. That 107 proof really brings some heat, but not too much. If you're not a proof hound, you would love this bottle. Of course, everybody loves this bottle. That's not the point of this. The point is to see if we can beat it. So let's try this second glass here and find out. Completely different nose. This is oaky and kind of musty, but once you get past that, there's something kind of bright and honey there too, so it does have that in common a little bit. Oh, very oaky, and bringing the heat. I expected this one to taste noticeably lighter than the other because it's sitting at 103.8 proof and this guy's 107. I'm not really noticing a difference on proof on these guys, so that's a good thing in its favor. I gotta be honest, drinking buddies, I think that this was a successful experiment because I'm pretty sure it's this glass and it is really good. It's close. I do think this one's better, so whichever one this one is, let's find out. Yeah, this was the Van Winkle, and this one was, of course, the, you read it too on there, yeah, right, was the Prudent Pappy. Successful experiment because, yes, the Old Rip 10 is better, but the Prudent Pappy, I think, held its own. It's not... One thing that I really like to recommend to people if they're going to be doing home aging is to taste it almost every day. Just take a little sip out of it. That way you know you're not over oaking it. That might mean you just pour a little splash in a Glencairn, you give it a little nose, give it a little taste, because you don't want to over oak a bottle, especially if you're using something fancier than some Larceny and some Maker's Mark barrel proof. But let's move this out of here and let's go through the bottle haul. First up, let's start with a gift. I got this bottle of Old Overholt 114. This was a Pennsylvania only release, so it was really cool to be able to pick this up. I have a video I filmed with it. Depending upon my release schedule, you may or may not have seen that already, but if you haven't, look forward to that video. Next up, let's move over to Total Wine, and there I got a couple Blanton's Minis. I love picking these up because I really like Blanton's. It's harder to find the bigger bottle, and these guys really deliver. It seems like they put the best stuff in the minis. Next up, we have an E.H. Taylor. I might do something with this on the channel. That's kind of why I picked it up, but we'll see. Depends. And then last up, at Total Wine, I got this bottle of Hancock Reserve. I really like Hancock Reserve. I think that it is my favorite from the Mash Bill 2. I prefer it over Blanton's. I prefer it over Rock Hill. Only had Rock Hill once though, so maybe that's it. And my bottle is getting low. This is probably my favorite bottle of whiskey I've ever tasted under 90 proof. It's difficult for me to find something under 90 proof that I like this much. Next up, Nana's. So at Nana's, I grabbed 2 more Blanton's minis and a Willett pot still mini. If you haven't watched my short where I reviewed the Willett pot still, I recommend you check it out because the juice in the Willett pot still is different than it used to be, and it is really good now. I'm a fan. I was not a fan before, but they're putting their own wheated bourbon in it, and so if you like wheated bourbons like Weller and Maker's Mark, you might give Willett a try because the new mash, the new Willett juice that they're putting in there is solid. Ironically, before, it would have been just sourced from somewhere in Kentucky that doesn't use a pot still. So they put it in this crazy pot still bottle and it's not pot still whiskey, but whatever. And then I also grabbed from there this barrel private release. It's barrel finished in rum casks and it's from Kentucky and Indiana. So no Dickel. And this is a really, really solid bottle. I really love this one. If you're in Arizona, I highly recommend you trying to pick up a bottle of this from Marco at Nana's Kitchen. If you're not in Arizona, you might look for barrels private selections in your area because I have not been disappointed with very many of them. I think they're really nice. So take that with that information as you wish. And the pièce de résistance, the bottle I'm most excited for, I managed to get a Willett Purple Top. So this is going to be a 6-year bourbon. And it's 124 proof, barrel proof Willett. I'm really excited for this guy. I think that the higher end Willett products are supposed to be comparable to Buffalo Trace's Antique Collection and the Pappy Van Winkle line. And there's only one way to find out. The only other one I've ever tasted was this one. I did have this one earlier, which was the it's gone now, but this was the Willett 8-year wheated. And I liked it. I really did. I just felt like it was a little bit overpriced for what it was. So we'll see how it compares to this one because it's got a lot more heat on it. Some more proof, so we'll see. Well, drinking buddies, this has been my bottle haul. I really appreciate all of you. I wouldn't be able to do all of this if you guys didn't hit like, if you guys didn't hit subscribe. It's really opening up doors for me to be able to land bottles, to be able to land things like this. People tell me when bottles are landing because they know I have the channel. And, I wouldn't have those options if it wasn't for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see you on the next one.